Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for signing on this morning for our webinar. We're excited that we're able to do this, and the last two we've done have gone pretty well and have lasted just about 30 minutes. So again, thank you very much for joining us. We have about 25 registered for today, so we may have others jumping in and on. There will be questions. You can have time at the end to type out questions, and we're also joined by Beth and Kelly from Alexis Angels, so we'll be able to answer a whole bunch of your questions. And we'll just give it a couple of minutes here while we're waiting for those last couple to jump on, and then we'll get started. You should be able to see the supplement on my screen. Most of you probably got them already in the mail. If you have it, you might want to follow along. That's probably a good idea, and take notes as we go through some of the new items. So like I said, we'll just give it a minute or two here, and then we'll start. Beth, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, terrific. I just wanted to make sure that was working. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start. And again, thank you very much for joining us this morning, and welcome. Beth and Kelly are going to start off with just kind of giving you, or Beth is going to give you an overview of some of the trendier items in jewelry, and then we'll go through the summer supplement and some of the samples that you've gotten.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. We'll just kind of talk about a couple of trends that we're seeing in jewelry. One that we're really excited about are just in the gift industry, at least. You know, a lot of time we're just kind of a little bit far behind what the actual like accessory trends are, but pearls are actually, we're seeing a lot of pearls in the gift industry and in jewelry. So you can kind of see from the front cover that we actually have a new bracelet, the Miracles Happen, and it actually is real freshwater pearls. So we're excited about that trend, and so there's a couple items with that. Still the long trend, long and minimal, and the wrapped styles are still going strong. A lot of gold, while it was always kind of, 75% rhodium and then, a little bit of gold was sneaking in. That trend seems to be continuing, and on some styles we're seeing as much as like a 50-50 gold to rhodium ratio. Saints, anything that has to do with like a theme of saints. I don't know, there's a couple popular lines out there like My Saint, My Hero, or I think there's one even called like Saints, Virgins, and Angels or something, that is kind of taking the saints into a little bit more of a mainstream, still faith-based, but a little bit more to the mainstream. So that's a trend. And tassels are still going pretty strong in the fashion items. So we've got, even though we thought that was kind of a flash in the pan, it still seems to keep going. So we have some items like that. So I'll turn it back over to Julie to kind of go through the supplement.
Sounds great. Thank you. So we'll start off here with the supplement. We'll go through each of the individual pieces. One of our thoughts behind doing a webinar is with all of the jewelry and all of the competitiveness out there in the jewelry industry, we always feel it's very helpful for you guys to know kind of some of the history behind what makes our jewelry different and unique, and why your customers should buy Alexis Angels. So with that, on our cover here, as Beth was just saying, pearls are pretty hot right now. So we've got an extension of the Amazing Grace in the God's Promise bracelet with a Miracles Happens bracelet. So that'll be more inside, but just a really pretty cover, as they always do. So then going on to our first page of our supplement, this is an item that we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from already. It's a really cool, unique item in that it is a Morse code wrap, bracelet, or necklace, and it spells out using the dashes and the dots of beads and crystals, the Lord's Prayer. And so it starts actually at the pearl, goes all the way through. It spells out the prayer once. Really, really kind of really neat item out there. So as you can see, you can order these individually by numbers down here or in our displayer. From some of our past communications I've sent out, one of the things that I know that you guys have been asking for is to lower minimums on items that are over $10 or more. And so we listened to that, and we were able to do that. So these items are a $12 minimum, so you can order them individually for your customers. So that's a pretty nice item. It's 84 inches long. It's a stretch item, so again, it can wrap. And the displayer comes 8 and 8. Or again, you can order the multicolor or the silver alone. And I'm excited to get to the shows and see these. I don't know if you guys already have your samples, but these I think will do phenomenally well. We've already, like I said, we've already gotten some really positive feedback on this particular item. So look for that one to be a really cool trend. Now we're going to go on to our Miracles Happen bracelet, which, again, you guys all know the success story behind the God's Promise and the Amazing Grace bracelet. It started with the Amazing Grace. It's done so well that they've come out with the God's Promise, and then also now the Miracles Happen bracelet. One of the things I love to point out in the catalog is right up here. It tells you exactly what the item is made of. So for this here, you'll see it's crystal and freshwater pearls. So again, kind of keep that in mind as you're going into your customers, to point that out, that these are kind of some of the trendy things, and these are actually freshwater pearls on here. So that's this particular item. You can order it individually with a minimum of 3 because they are under the $10 price point. So those have a minimum of 3. Or you can do the display pack over here on the side. Now we're on to our men's faith bracelets. As Beth says, and I agree, dipping toe in men's jewelry. You guys probably already know it's out there. It's becoming more and more trendy. So Alexis Angels decided to dip their toe in it and see how it goes for us. And as Beth always does, and the creative team, coming up with the message behind the jewelry is always so one of the things that I think Alexis Angels does better than anybody else in the industry out there. So with that said, the bracelets all have a tag on it. And again, call reference to the saying here. And it's each bracelet has a cross to represent the enduring faith, symbol of faith, and a single onyx bead to represent strength and the commitment to faith and family. So a really nice sentiment to be able to spread out there. Over here, it'll tell you exactly what the beads are made out of. So these are real turquoise and onyx and gemstones. So I'm excited to see how this does, so that we can possibly expand our men's line a bit. Keep in mind that this is men's sizing. So you'll see that here. It is men's sizing, which is about 8 1/4 to 8 1/2 inches. It's a stretch style bracelet, but again, it is a men's sizing. So just FYI on those. They can be ordered individually or in the displayer. On to another item that we've gotten a lot of feedback on again, the St. Benedict bracelet. So I'm a Catholic, and I actually had to go back to some of my Catholic books and be able to look up exactly who St. Benedict was. But Beth and her team had done a terrific job with researching which saint they wanted to kind of try first. As Beth was saying, saints are kind of big right now and trending, so we wanted to get in on that as well. And I think choosing Saint Benedict was a great one for a start. Saint Benedict represents protection against evil. And as we were talking about it, he also helps us from this side to the next. Not that anybody's looking to do that, but this is a really nice sentiment. It's a really delicate bracelet. If you look down here in the picture, you can see that the model here is wearing several of them. They're able to layer them. So it's a really delicate looking bracelet. They can all be ordered individually or with the displayer. And again, up here in the top corner, they have a call out of a close up of the metal itself, just so you guys can see exactly what it looks like and your customers can see it. But you'll all have samples of one of these, so hopefully you'll be able to show that, and the customers will think it's as cool a product as we do. Okay, so then on to our beaded cross necklaces. As some of you probably saw in January, we had kind of tried these. We released them at some of the January shows, and based on the fact that they did fairly well, we decided to add them to our line. So these are the really cool, chunky necklaces, the bottom ones, and then the top ones were the kind of the more delicate ones. Again, I'm trying to see if you guys remember seeing them in the January shows. The detail work is incredible on these things. The knotting in between all of the different beads is amazing, and has just got that nice sparkle and whatnot to it. So the beaded cross necklaces are $9 with a minimum of 3. They can be ordered individually or with the displayer. And you also will get a sample of those items. The one down here, the bigger, chunkier one, and these are about 4 inches, so they're pretty big. And you can see down here in the mannequin, this is a life-size mannequin, so that kind of gives you an idea of how big it is. You can wear them. It's got a really cool toggle in the middle, so you can wear it long or short. It's not that there's 2 separate necklaces. Each necklace can be made into a long or a short necklace. So that's a really cool feature. And again, the workmanship behind them is just incredible to look at. They're so beautifully made. These are over our $10 price point, so you can order them in minimums of 1, which is fantastic, and I think they'll continue to do really well. So we are excited about that item. On to our Always Brave bracelets. So our Always Brave bracelets were introduced in May. They've done really well so far. One of the things that we've noticed, and you've probably noticed it as well, is that anytime we put some of our colored items from the Always Brave line with the color wheel, they just pulls it together for the customer on the end, and the product does very well. So these Always Brave circle bracelets certainly are trending very strongly for us right now. Continue to sell them into your hospital gift shops and your cancer awareness programs and whatnot. So so that continues to do very strong and very well, and looking forward to seeing this as a permanent item in the line, possibly. So, and again, you can order these individually, which is terrific. So if you have a certain customer that wants a certain color for a certain type of cancer, that is something that you can do. So that's something to keep in mind. Onto our Beautifully Brave bracelets. And some of you might remember that from a couple years ago, these Beautifully Brave bracelets were in the line. So these kind of are a comeback item for us. We've added some colors, but we've also added the POP with the color wheel on it again. So that I think in and of itself will make this we'll tie that product together nicely for us. So we're looking to see how this particular Beautifully Brave bracelet does in our line, and make it a go forward piece in the Belief for a Cure section of our catalog. Again, these are all individually skewed. You will notice that it's gold and rhodium, so make sure you're careful when you're writing up orders if your customer only wants gold or only wants silver. And they can come as a display set over on the side with a set of 30. And now we're on to our bedside angel. And as you all know, and we put her in here down at the bottom, the bedside angel was our #1 seller from January by far. She completely sold well. We've had reorders on it already. So this is one of those items that just was far and above. If your customers aren't ordering our bedside angel, they're missing out, truly. So make sure that everybody knows about the bedside angel because she did so well. I always like to say Beth brought out her sister here, which is our bedside angel for our Believe for a Cure section. So it's our Always Brave bedside angel. She's the same price point. She obviously has the cancer insignia here, and she's got the wheel behind her on the packaging. So I think that's a really great tie-in. One thing to notice is in order to get the POP behind it, it's in an acrylic display. It's not in the slot display that the traditional bedside angel is in. So just a little bit difference there. But I expect that that's going to do equally well. Okay, now we're on to our wings collection of our catalog. And as many of you know, our wings collection is our version of a fairly traded item. This is somebody that Beth actually goes over and sits with these women and talks to them. So while we're not fairly traded certified, it's a certification program. Beth is so confident in knowing exactly how these bracelets are made and who's actually making them and who's actually getting paid for them. So it's our version of fairly traded. And it's amazing to hear the story of, sitting with these women as they're beading these tiny beads and really trying to help their life as well in these third world countries. So this particular item, the crystal wrap bracelet, is a very trendy item right now. I have an 18-year-old daughter who is totally into the wrap bracelets, and when she saw these, she was like, "Oh, Mom, this is awesome. I really want one of these." So, so I think that these are going to do really well. Do note that these ones cannot be ordered individually. They only come in an assortment set here, as well as with our displayer over here. So that's something just to keep in mind. And then some of you probably remember our beautiful wooden display that we had in the line about a year ago. And so what we've done is we've mixed the brand new crystal wrap bracelets from above with the angel Nepal angel bracelets and created this beautiful display package. So you get essentially, it's called out right here. You get 60 Nepal angel bracelets and 18 of the crystal wrap bracelets from up above. Oops, I don't know why that just popped in. So, and again, this displayer is just very detailed. The details on the side are gorgeous. It's got the Alexis Angels logo on the top. So this is one of those displayer pieces that, again, you can refill over and over and over, and it's just, it takes up minimal space, but yet holds a lot of products. So that's a really great item also. Onto our Nepal angel bracelets. As many of you know, this is an area, we put this in the catalog because it's one of our best sellers, continues to be a best seller for us. And we are now expanding our collections of the Nepal angel bracelets. I'm sure you all saw last week that we announced we're doing a patriotic theme for the summertime. And I'm really excited. I think we've already gotten several orders for those patriotic versions. And I'm excited to see what other new themes that Beth and her creative team come up with for this line. So we're going to be expanding this, but again, we put it in here because it continues to be one of our best sellers and wanted to make it as easy as we could for you guys to all find the information. Keep in mind that, again, right now, you can only order the natural set or the, this is the mixed set, sorry, and this is the neutral set down below. So you cannot pick colors. I know I've had a couple people ask and inquire, but that's how they come currently, or as a display set where it's one of each. Okay, so now we're on to our large tassel necklaces. As Beth said, tassels continue to be a really strong trending item for us. So these are just really chunky and fun. Tassels are not new for Alexis Angels, certainly, but these are bigger tassels. So as you can kind of see in the picture, if you remember what our other tassels look like, these are just bigger and fun. And again, part of our wings collection. So there's crystals and beads along the edge that are all individually knotted in between, and some chain area. So it's a really unique handmade item that is again falls in our fairly traded wings section. Okay, so these can be ordered individually or again with the display pack. Now we're on to our Nepal wrap bracelet or necklace. Again, following up that these are Nepal angel bracelets have been one of our top sellers and for years and years has been a top seller. They have come out with, Beth and her team have come out with a Nepal wrap bracelet or necklace. So if you look down below, you can see you can wrap it again. So it's that trendy wrap look, or you can wear it long as a necklace. Same workmanship as the Nepal angel bracelets, just bigger and chunkier for a necklace or a bracelet. These can all be ordered individually, and again, because they are over our $10 price point, you can order them in minimums of one. And our displayer over here comes with a set of 18. The crystal cone wrap is just a really unique new shape of a bead that Beth and Kelly found as they were working on product development, and so they decided to make a necklace or a wrap bracelet out of it, just to kind of see. It's fun, it's different, it's trendy, it's a new shape out there in the industry, and so so they came up with the cone crystal wrap bracelet or necklaces. And if you can look real carefully, you'll be able to see the cone or triangle shaped bead that they used. So excited to see. I'm sure that they sparkle really nicely. That's one of the things that that Beth and her team does really well, is get that little bit of shimmer and sparkle to things. And I have no doubt that these will do extremely well. Kind of right in line with our bestseller, the crystal wraps. And again, you guys all know the crystal wraps have done extremely well for us. They were introduced about a year and a half ago, and then we added on the cross to them, and so now we've kind of expanded that a little bit with our cone and crystal wrap necklace. So again, our best sellers are here for you guys for ease of find as you move through. Now we're on to another cool item that I think will do extremely well out there, is another Morse Code friendship bracelet. So while we had the Morse Code Lord's Prayer necklace or bracelet, this is now strictly a Morse Code friendship bracelet. And one thing I do want to call out is that these are sterling silver. So be sure to keep in mind that this is kind of Alexis Angels getting back into a little bit of the higher end sterling silver stuff. And another cool thing about this particular bracelet is it comes as a set of two. So one to keep and one to give away. So as you can see right here in the middle, it calls it out. It's a set of two and it said, and the Morse code spells out all these different sentiments here. This particular page is our adult sizing. So just keep that in mind, because we also have a line of Morse code bracelets for children. So just be sure that when you're ordering and helping your customers order, that they're looking at the adult sizing or the children's sizing. And again, it comes with a great displayer. You can order them individually or with the nice slot display. So I think these ones are going to do very, very well. We are on to our turquoise friendship bracelets. And again, at the top, you can see that these are made out of turquoise. So the beads and the metal beads and the turquoise of the different animals are just superior quality items. This is children and young adult sizing. So again, keep that in mind. It calls it out right at the top. Stretch style bracelet. You can you'll see that on the POP, which is up here, it calls out that the turtle stands for I think peace or love, one of those things. I can't actually read it. It's too small right here on my screen. But the different animals call out different things. I think Beth was saying yesterday that the elephants are luck and whatnot. So these are really cool. They're really fun. I see these doing very well, especially in our children's line. And I love this picture. This is a great picture that captures them all. So these can be ordered individually or as the display set. Now we're on to our Morse code friendship bracelets. So this is the children's section. So again, just be careful as you're ordering that you're making sure you're ordering either the children's or the adult size. But this page here is our children's section. Made still with the sterling silver and crystals. And it is still a carded set of 2. So keep one, give one away item. So again, these Morse code bracelets spell out friend or love or faith. So I think these are going to do extremely well and complement the Lord's Prayer bracelet pretty nicely. And that's the end of our catalog and our summer supplement. And we're really excited about all these new items. I hope you are as well. Kelly has confirmed yesterday that everything is currently in stock. So you can get out there and sell these items now. We're excited to see how they do. I will be at the summer shows, Dallas and Atlanta, and then Las Vegas. So I look forward to working with you all. And please, if you have any questions at all, feel free to get back to me. I'm happy to help. Any specific questions we can take now. I think there's a section on the webinar here where you can type a question in. And while we're waiting to see if any questions come, I have a couple things just to review with you. The monthly reports, as you all know, aren't completely accurate right now, so we're working really hard to correct the errors, and we will hopefully next round or the round after have everything cleaned up. So don't give up on those rep reports yet. I think they'll be very helpful once we get everything cleaned up. And Roman and Cottage Garden are also doing videos of their new items. So there'll be a YouTube link being sent out in the next couple of days, I imagine. So look for that. Let's see. We have one question here. Can you buy that wooden displayer separately? Beth, Kelly, do we have the wooden display with an item number?
Yeah, we do. Is it not in the back of the catalog? Is that one?
It's not right now.
Not right. Yes, you can. This was the item that it got a little bit misplaced during the warehouse move, and they have been located. And so if you have an older catalog, it should be the same number that was in there, but we can definitely email out a separate item number for that. So you can't order it separately. I'm not sure of the price.
$40.
I think it's like $40 if you're just buying it outright. But Kelly can send you that item number, Julie, and you can send it out to everybody.
Sounds great. Any other questions? Nope. All right. Well, then this concludes our webinar. Thank you again so much for signing in and listening to us, and I look forward to seeing you all this summer.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye.